Hello chess lovers, Soren here, and in today's video I want to share with you a very beautiful attacking game which inspired Mikhail to play an amazing game against Mark Passman a year later in 1953 at Latvian Championship. Tal liked this game so much that he even provides the whole annotation of the game in his book The Life and Games of Mikhail Tal. In one of my upcoming videos, we will cover that game played by Tal against Passman, of course, but meanwhile, let's cover this game played between two Soviet chess masters. On the white side is Grigory Ravinsky and his opponent is Georgy Ilivitsky. The game was played in 1952 in Riga. Ravinsky opened up with e4, to which Ilivitsky answered with c5. The good old Sicilian defense is on the board, and there we have it. Najdorf variation appears on the board. f4. Ravinsky is choosing the so-called Amsterdam variation. e5. Black is instantly striking in the center. Knight goes back on f3, queen c7. Actually, the queen on c7 is not doing much, and modern theory recommends knight d7, followed by bishop e7 castling kingside. But in our game we have queen c7, bishop goes on d3, knight bd7, white castled kingside, b5 a3, bishop e7, king h1, and black is also castling kingside. F takes e5, d takes e5, knight h4. White knight wants to land on f5, and also white is now opening up the rook's path. Bishop goes on d8, queen e1, knight c5, bishop g5, bishop e6, and white knight is occupying an aggressive attacking square. Knight h5, black is offering the exchange of dark squared bishops, and as you know, when being on the defensive side, it's good to exchange as many pieces as possible. Knight goes on f4, and knight takes g7, there it goes. White is hurrying to destroy opponent's castle. King takes g7, which is a huge mistake. Let's first go through the game, and then in here we will cover the best defense for black. Actually, the sacrifice is accurate, and only with a very precise defense black can hold. King takes g7, and at this point now you can give a try to find the winning continuation. Ready? Here we go. At this point we have rook takes f4. This knight is a key defender. Yeah, it can cover the king. That's why white is removing it, and at the same time white will now get a chance to push forward his central e-pawn. E takes f4, queen h6 check, king g8, bishop f6 with a direct mating threat. By the way, at this point e5 is not good because black has a strong defense. f6 or f5, both are successful in neutralizing the threat. That's why at this point we have bishop f6. Bishop takes f6, and how to proceed? There it goes. Yeah, only in here white is making e5 move. In here e5 really works. Knight takes d3, e takes f6, renewing the mating threat. Knight f2 check, king g1, knight h3 check. Black is putting a tough defense, you know. You have to be careful. Accepting the piece sacrifice is bad. Black is getting a chance of giving a perpetual check. That's why at this point we have king f1 and bishop c4 check. Knight e2, and at this point black resigned. Black resigned, but it was better first to capture on e2 and then resign, you know, because in here king takes e2 is losing. Yeah, this move is losing. Black is neutralizing the mating threat and black is winning. Yeah, that's why after bishop takes e2 you should play king e1, and yeah, only this move is winning. Black could still make that move and only then resign, yes, but we have a resignation after knight e2. Probably Georgy Ilivitsky was sure that white want recapture on e2. So what I want to do right now is to go back and cover this position. Turns out that after knight takes g7, the only move which allows black to survive is knight takes d3. Now if, for example, rook takes f4, then this is very bad, just knight takes f4 and black survives. Although, yeah, let me tell you that the position remains highly complex. You may have lots of questions, that's why feel free to analyze this position on engine, just play around a little bit in order to understand what's going on. And now if bishop takes d8, for example, then rook d8, and if knight h5, then takes, and then knight f4. Black is managing to survive. If rook takes f4, then here. And now all white can do is to give a perpetual check, right? White is rook down, white needs to force a draw. Or after knight takes d3, if, I don't know, bishop f6, then knight g6. If queen h6, then takes, and then knight df4. Again, we have a very complex position which requires analysis. Well, we can go further. For example, if g3, then there is bishop g4 move. Yeah, these are just crazy lines, guys. Yeah, but with knight d3, black could equalize, black could neutralize the threat. He failed to find that continuation, hurried to accept the sacrifice, and then rook takes f4 landed. By the way, it's very important to follow the right move order. If you first go for queen h6 check and then go for an exchange, then black is not forced to recapture. Black can just play f6, thus neutralizing the threat. That's why first rook takes f4 and only then queen h6 check. Bishop f6. Bishop takes f6, and there comes e5. Very, very neat attack, and this is how Grigory Ravinsky managed to beat his opponent. This is crazy, right, guys? Then black is starting to hunt white king, but white king is quickly managing to find a safety. Feel free to share this game with your friends as well, let them know about this beauty. Yes, once again, in one of my upcoming videos, or maybe even tomorrow, I will cover Tal's game against Mark Passman. And meanwhile, let's also solve a chess puzzle where the task is to win with the white pieces. There is a forced mate, and we'll wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching, we'll see you in my next video. Take care.